Hi, family. Today I want to talk about miracles. I want to talk about miracles and the aftermath of the miracles. So, in 2011, they told me that I had throat cancer. Me and my wife, having so much faith in God, said, okay, so what's the next step? Well, the next step is we have to make sure. I think that's what you have, but we can't just say what you have. We're going to have to do some tests. So we need a biopsy. Me and my wife said, okay, no problem. What time could you come in? What time you want me to get in? We was very obedient. We was obedient to God. And we was obedient to the doctors because whether the doctors realize it or not, you see, their profession is given by God. So we told them whatever. So we wind up getting a biopsy. They called me up. They confirmed that it was cancer and that I needed to come in. They needed to put a team together. We did the same thing. Whatever needs to be done. So I met a team. They put a real good team together. It consists of 3 doctors. Chemo doctor, throat specialist, and radiation. So they spoke to me and they told me, we got the best team that we could ever have. You need to talk to these nurses. These nurses are going to tell you, don't worry about car fare, don't worry about nothing. These nurses will take care of it and you can get refunded for your car fare. Which at that time really we wasn't even thinking about that. And the nurses said, he's right, you got the best team. And they said, after God. So then they put a plan together. And my oncologist came out and said, you know what? I'm going to act real aggressive with your throat cancer because it's moving rapidly. And I'm going to do something that I really haven't done before. And we told him, you do what you have to do. So when he put his plan together, he told us, we're going to give you radiation and chemo at the same time. We have to act aggressive because if we do not act aggressive and we do surgery, you won't be able to speak anymore. And if you get to speak, it'll be 15, 20 years from now because they got to start you from the beginning like if you was a little baby. And I said, you do what you have to do. Me and my wife gave it to God. When you give something to God, leave it to God. Don't give it to God and then interfere or don't do what you need to do. So, in saying all that, they started working very aggressive. I had a lot of radiations, like 33, and the chemo. They worked on it. They worked on it hard. I used to weigh like 184. I went down to 116. I was home and I got constipated. I couldn't use the bathroom or nothing because I was dehydrated. I asked God while I was in the bathroom, give me enough strength to go to the hospital. Went to the hospital, they left me there, my wife took me. They left me in the hospital. Started giving me IV. Just a lot of saline, water in my body. So I started losing weight rapidly because I couldn't eat. I wasn't eating. I didn't eat for like 6 months. I was doing my best to do what I had to do. I was so constipated and everything, dehydrated, that my kidneys went down to 13%. The kidney specialist came to see me and said I needed dialysis. My doctor said no. It was a Tuesday, and he told me I'll be better by Thursday. My son can't call me, and I didn't want to lie to my son. And I told him what was going on, and my son told me, don't get no dialysis. You have to use that for life. I'll fly over and give you a kidney. And I said, no, hold on. God is good. And that's when the doctor came and said that. I needed one more chemo to go. One more radiation to go. And the hospital said I couldn't leave. Again, my chemo doctor said, no, he has to leave. Because if he don't get that one more radiation, it was like I never gave him none. His wife is going to sign him out. She's going to take him to get the radiation, and he'll be back. By Tuesdays, my kidneys started getting better. It's Thursday, sorry. You know, everything he said was going to happen, happened. To let her find out that every time my doctor used to come in to take care of his patients, he used to go to the chapel downstairs and pray first. Wow, wasn't we blessed to have a doctor like that, nurses like that? But the main one we had was God. And you see, God made that miracle with me because I wasn't done. From maybe not speaking ever again to be an inspirational speaker, to go to jail and talk to inmates. I drive Uber and I talk to people, and people sometimes they pour out their hearts, because sometimes people don't even want to speak to somebody they know, and they prefer to talk to a stranger. And I always lead them towards God. God made a miracle, one of millions of miracles. But you see, I appreciate it. I know he did it. There's a lot of times, he did more miracles for me, and I never realized it because I wasn't following him. But when all this happened, I was. So it was confirmation. And I said to myself, God, use me. Use me so I could be for other people, there for other people, to maybe help them see the light the way you made me see the light. You see, I got a hard job because a lot of the people that I speak to might not believe in God. You see, but nothing's hard because the one that's guiding me is God. Sit down and think sometimes, and I'm sure you have a story that you say, I don't know how I won, how did I get over, how did it was such a great result. Let me tell you, it was God. Family, you cannot go wrong with him. If God is with you, who could be against you? I love you guys. Real Talk with Victor. Maybe now you know why I put so much inspiration to the things I say about the Lord. Like my mom called me, I'm a miracle child. God bless. Talk to you tomorrow.